What's going on, everybody? Ian back with another video. First things first, I want to apologize. For some reason, um, and I just noticed this tonight, that I'm not getting a lot of notifications from YouTube saying that people have commented on my videos and stuff like that. So I haven't been, I've gotten most of them, but I'm missing a few, I found out. And so I apologize. I don't know why I don't know why YouTube's been neglecting to show me that there's been people commenting on my videos. One was from 5 months back, and I just noticed tonight. So sorry. I did apologize, and so I usually do my best, and I try to comment on it. I do actually. I do comment on, or at least acknowledge, all the comments that I get. So uh, I was disappointed at YouTube not being able to uh, notify me when people have been commenting on my videos. So if I miss you guys, missed any of your comments, I apologize. I didn't even know that you did comment. So now that that's out of the way, I was tagged by Timmy over at Lost Cunningham, and it is the "We Ain't Getting Any Younger" tag. So we're going to go right in. I've got it on my phone. By the way, thank you, Timmy, for tagging me, and hopefully all these answers suffice. Let's see. The first one is, while it's proven too many birthdays can kill you, the amount of cake we can eat is still under debate. Name the most recent book that gave you a sugar/book high. I'm going to tell you the one that I'm currently reading, which is A Time of Courage by John Gwynne. This is the third and final installment in the Faithful and the Falling saga. This is of Blood and Bone Book 3. And I'm not even 25% of the way in this book. And there's so many, it's just a roller coaster of emotion and just so much fun. And I really love this guy's writing. Love it, love it, love it. Second question. I know I talk about that author a lot, but it's awesome. I really enjoy his work. Number two, sometimes we get older and wider instead of older and wiser. Name the longest book you've ever read. I had to look. The longest book I ever read was It by Stephen King. I don't have that one. The longest book that I own that I've read, and I read It back in high school, so I can't remember a lot of the details, but I remember slow in some parts, and it didn't leave anything with me, if that says much. But the longest book that I own that I've read, this is the wrong one. Still a chunker, but Words of Radiance, Brandon Sanderson. It's beat the hell up. Look at that. Jeez. It's well read. Longest book that I own that I have read. This was a close second. Next question. Number three. The best part about pictures is that they're always a younger version of you. Name a book that you enjoyed more the first time you read it than the second. I don't do rereads. There's so much stuff that that are out there that I want to read, so I just don't have time to do rereads. That being said, I am partaking in a reread. I don't do much rereads, I should say that, but where did I put it? I just started to reread Temple, I should say. So it's very rare that I do rereads. This is kind of the exception, just because I haven't read Matthew Riley in a long, long time. At least this book. This book I read back in college. Um, and it was my first year in college, so it's looking around 7 years ago. And I'm just kind of going through this book. So I shouldn't have said I don't do rereads. They have to be a certain book. But I know some people reread like the Harry Potter series like every year. I just won't be able to do that. It's got to be a while. I mean, it's got to be, upwards of almost 10 years before I reread a book, I guess. Number 4, as you get older, you must learn to never skip a bathroom break before jumping in a car ride. Name a book you read in a very few sittings. I have a picture of it. Oh, I read The Hunger Games in one sitting. I just sat down one night and just read it in a few hours. It was pretty dang good. Never went on to the other ones for some reason. I don't know why. I think it. I think it was coming out with the movie, and I wanted to reread. I wanted to read this book just to get it in my head and then go watch the movie. But yeah, I never read the other ones. All right, back here. Number 5, right? Yes. No. Oh, I don't know what that. All right, number 5. Sorry. Don't let old age get you down because it's harder to get you back up these days. Name a book you had to put down and why. And I am ashamed to say this. I did have to put it down. Maybe I just wasn't feeling the story anymore. I don't know why. Um, Hopefully, I don't get shunned for this. But I did. And that's not to say I'll probably pick this up back up when more books in the series come out, just so I can keep on just keeping on with the series. But I did have to put down Oathbringer, Brandon Sanderson. Um, just I think I got through almost a quarter of the way through it and something wasn't clicking anymore, and maybe I just wasn't in the mood yet for this epic fantasy, which is really, really good. The first two were great for some reason. I don't know why. I just couldn't do it. I have to be in the mood, I guess. All right. 6. Age isn't how long you've been alive, it's how many lives you lived. What book genre have you been wanting to try outside of your comfort zone? Uh, Mysteries. I don't read a whole lot of those detective novels. Um, I've read a few James Patterson. I kind of fell out. I just kind of fell out of those. For some reason, mysteries are just. I want to read more because they're usually pretty short and be able to get through them. But I don't know, for some reason, maybe the attention span doesn't keep me. That's why I read all these blockbuster action books, I guess. So 7. Life gets worse the older you get. Luckily, you don't have much time left. Name a book that slowly turns sour for you, but you finished anyways. Were you glad you stuck it out? In this case, no. I just read this book this week. It's called. I've never heard of it. It's probably why I didn't care for it. Ooh, the glare. Shoot. It's called Devil Sharks by Chris Jameson. I'm sorry about that. I can't figure that out. Whatever. Devil Sharks by Chris Jameson. It's only 250. It was only like 290 pages, and around the 200 mark, I was in it. Like, holy crap! There's a bunch of shit going down. I gotta finish this now. So I just sat through it and just finished it. Just a huge letdown. Huge letdown. And that's all I'll say. Just it was not. I did not enjoy the last 90 pages. All right, we're back to 8. Peer pressure. Oh, peer pressure seems to decrease as you get older. Where did all your friends go? Name a book that you checked out because of peer pressure. Were you happy to have tried it? I will say I've seen this trilogy all over BookTube, and I finally found it at Goodwill, picked them all up, and I read the first 2. The third one I am going to be reading this month. I might be one of the only people on BookTube who has not finished the Mistborn trilogy. Loved this first book. Loved the second book. The first book's better. Second book's there's little slow parts, but it ends on a bang kind of thing. The last 100 pages are epic. Maybe more than 100 pages, something like that. But I do have the third one coming. It's Hero of Ages. I will be starting this. I got 2 books ahead of it in the fantasy genre that I want to finish before I partake in that one again. All right, I think I'm done. Yeah, number 9 is tag people. I'm gonna tag. I don't know if he's done this before. I'm gonna tag David Wardrop. Uh, so if you're watching this, Dave, haven't done this yet, I look forward to seeing your video. We'll chat with y'all later.